Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are back in automation with the Lite Campaign V4.0 Let's Play with Superieco Incorporated and Dr. Diplom-Ingenieur Hand-Dieter Krause, our star engineer with a bit of an issue with any kind of fuel mixture richer than 1 to 15.0. And yes, I said that the other way around. Anyway, where are we? We just released the Marabou. Yes, we did. We just released the Marabou, and it's selling pretty well. We just started the engineering for the MK2 version of the Marabou, as well as the Hansmobile. Finally, it is here. And what a car it is. With the engine upgrade, we did get down to 3.08 liters per 100 kilometers. That in 1990 is absolutely bonkers. It's crazy good. But yeah, the engine is more like from 2005 at this point. There's so much engineering effort put into there. Yeah, pretty solid. Today we are going to see what we can do with the Berry as we get closer to its release of its MK3 version. It's really selling well, and we are slowly gaining lots and lots of money. Economy is tanking, but we can take that. Yeah, looking good. So let's forward time a bit. And we also need to be thinking about maybe building a bigger factory at some point. Because, well, we still have the Berry, of course. We could try and upgrade that factory to I think this is a medium 1 at this point. Maybe for this next one we should upgrade to a medium 3. We also need to check out how much time how much stock we need for the Marabou. And that looks like it is like 8 to 9 months, no, more, 10. Almost 10. So we shall up the target a fair amount to 21. We need as many as we can get. Ooh, the hit points on the Berry production have taken a hit. But I think we are, yeah, they should be refreshed once we hit that, of course, because it's a new facelift. So we should be good there. Oh, there. Well, that factory was used a bit more than anticipated, because people wanted to buy things, and this is easy money. Yeah, we are going to totally buy that. That is fine. 13 million paying cash. Thank you very much. We bridged the gap completely. That's perfect. New cars selling, with the old ones still hanging in there. Having some stock, that's nice. It's in general just nice. Can get rid of those. Overproduction is good in a situation where you can command that much margin. So yeah, it's fine. Ooh, the van. The 154% markup. It's ridiculous. I'm so looking forward to the Lite Campaign 4.1 where it's not that stupid. Oh, shit. Well, it's a very simple sales model. It is great for what it does, for what it is, rather. Anyway, we look into making a Zibari MK4 and maybe upgrade this whole thing a bit. It also should get the VVT engine. That is something that should make it a lot better too. So yeah, let's get into it and redesign this thing. And now I'm looking forward to seeing that change. This is the City Premium version, 119.4, and we are going to choose an existing engine, which is that one, currently being engineered. Okay, didn't make that much difference. But holy shit, that fuel economy is so different. 6.7 down to 5.9, that's more like it. And the prices for these options should have come down a lot. So it should be more affordable. But this is the luxury, so maybe we do want to put luxury CD into it, just to stay ahead of the curve. But that's 5,000 AS600. How much difference does that make? They don't like it because it's ridiculously expensive. Not much difference. Comfort is quite a bit higher. Yeah, the affordability is just smashed. But let's see. Desirability. 2,078. And with this one, it is... come on. 2,276. That is a good 10% increase. And that is, by the way, something that not that many automation players are really looking into. Because you can make a car that is more desirable, which ends up at a lower competitiveness rating. People take desirability as if it were competitiveness, and that is just wrong. So if you make a car that is super competitive, that doesn't mean it's necessarily super desirable. The new sales model in version 4.1 of the Lite campaign will also, of course, be more about that and have better mechanics around that, how you gain market share from offering truly desirable things, even if they don't necessarily have the highest affordability. Because that will make people filter through your company regardless, because they're looking for that shiny thing, and then they notice, oh, I can't afford that, let's buy the shittier version of it. It kind of works. But yeah, I think we're also going to switch over to the advanced 90s. And holy shit, this advanced 90s will have so much familiarity once we're done engineering the others. You see that already we have 11% here. I think when we engineered the Hansmobile as well as the Marabou Mark II, we had something like 1.3% in there. And that means we have gained all this just from the few months of engineering time since we've started those. Familiarity grows as you engineer it, like every month it grows, so we see some of the results already. Beautiful. The only problem is the fucking roll angle. Let's up that a bit. Yeah, they like that better if it's not feeling like a boat entirely. With the new engine and all, how quick is this thing? How much does it weigh? That is... wait, sir. Oh, there. Wait. Ooh, 1.1 tons. Wow, that's a heavy little car. But how quick is it around the test track? Let's check it out. It doesn't have the best cornering in the world. Okay, below 3 minutes. So it's not terribly slow. And let's do the same changes to the convertible. That's looking solid. Ooh, those brakes. Same setup for this one, premium, because they don't want to afford that $5,000 price upgrade to the luxury CD. It's not quite worth it to them. Yes, nice and shiny. 130.7, very nice comfort, good drivability, a little boaty, but that is what they want, so it's all good. The markets, do they like it? Absolutely they do. And last but not least, the standard version of the car, the cheapo version of the car, 6.4 liters per 100k. Let's see what it becomes with the switch over to the E90. And it is 5.5 liters per 100k. Nice! That is 42.8 miles per gallon. Optimized and ready to go. City it is. Or City Eco, if you want to. Yeah, looking good. And I think now the time has come to upgrade the factory as well. Well, this is not taking too long to engineer, I believe. Ooh. Well, if we go for a large one straight up, it just takes 61 months. That's probably not what we want. You know what we could try to do is to build yet another new factory. Have this one run out, or rather just stay where it is, and then retool as well. But we also in addition build a large one. Although we should do that in parallel for the next one, really, so that we can have that large one ready to just tool and have it ready to go for a car. That is, of course, one of those things that you need to do when build times are that long. And that, of course, is another thing that many people don't know about, that you actually can build factories without any car in them. That's very handy. So maybe that's what we need to do. So we're turning those off, just refresh the minor tooling. 3 months, yeah, perfect. It's nice and quick. And do we have a recall rate? Yeah, it's not great, so, well, it's good, but it's not superb, so we can't really lower those. Ah, it's because it's in the lure, yep. That explains everything. Those guys don't know what they're doing. Oh, shit. That's taking a long time. That's because of the safety. That one vector is brutal. Do we want to add anything else? Anything that is taking some time usually, but would be overshadowed by that safety engineering? Because now would be the time to. Traction control, not really something our cars need. Otherwise, I would say yes. Better suspension, no, we don't need this stuff. Aerodynamics, no, we already have that stuff. And, vented discs, nah, that's all good. This is, we already have all that. Viscous diff doesn't do anything, so that's a no. No, I think we're good. This is the only thing that we need to update, really. 35 months, 2,800 cars. Yep, I even decreased tooling a little. That's fine. Alright, let's take a look at an argument for this. I think stuff like this is interesting. Opportunity cost. Look at this. So, 37, we could reduce it. Let's assume this is 37.0. And then this one is 35. So that's 2 months, right? How many cars do we produce in 2 months at this setting? And the answer is 2,786 times 2. That is 5,572 cars. So what is the difference? Going back to that number, 2,908. Subtract both. So that is 122 cars that we are producing extra with this setting, but we are not producing for an additional 2 months. So how long does it take for this plus 5 in tooling, or rather, yeah, the difference in 5, to pay off at the higher setting? That is 46 months of production. Yeah, 46 months is actually longer than one of our normal facelifts. So it wouldn't pay off within a facelift to have it at the 50 setting instead of the 45 setting. And yeah, that's I think a pretty good lesson in opportunity cost. The opportunity cost for this is just for going to 50 is just too high. And you can argue the same for this, that this is better. But at some point, yeah, well, this might be better. This might actually be better. But of course, at some point, that turns around and other parameters become variables that need to be considered as well. And I think this is a small enough difference so that you can look at an isolated variable and just make a decision based on that. But yeah, also things are not linear in this game, so it's hard to do that. But for a small change like this, and incremental change of 5 on that slider, I think that's an interesting little calculation to do. How about we set the minimum shifts to 2? I do want stock. If we ever can get stock, this is just 2 to 2 shifts. We just produce. It's fine. Alright, that's probably a good setup. Oh, by the way, yeah, in Lite Campaign 4.1 as well, there will be a benefit to running your factory at a very tight shift range that will make labor cost lower overall, because you have a core, very dependable set of people there, and you don't need to hire extra when the shifts increase and so on. So that will just make things more efficient. But of course, you're stuck with that shift number then. Yeah, the engine takes another 20 months to engineer. Not a problem, because our car project takes 35, so that's fine. And we're signing off the berry. That berry. And now might be a good time to buy that factory plot and build something big on it. So let's see. Deactivate loan. Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't cost much. 75. So cheap. Okay, agreed. Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good spot to buy this on because a little late. Just a few months, 2 or 3 months, because we just had a big recession. So plot prices should have come down. Where do we want to build that? Maybe not there. Definitely not there. In Dalua? Oh, fucking hell, this is so annoying. We really need to change this UI, how it reacts when everything is deactivated. Should just not reactivate all. So, Togolahana, 53%, but yeah, is it worth it is the question. Let's take a look at the factory manager. So we have our 3 factories there. If we wanted to make a new car factory, would also have to make a new engine factory, of course. But first, let's see, we have 2 factories there, with 3 here. That's because the small one is taking engines from the medium 3, which is fine. But if we build a large one, then we can't rely on another factory supplying the engines. That would be ridiculous. So, yeah, we do need to consider building both. New car factory. Let's see what it costs in the different regions. A large should be what we are going for, and that is not too large. Wow, that's so expensive. Oh, Helvetia is actually pretty cheap. But we don't want to pay those ridiculous labor costs for mediocre cars that are supposed to be dirt cheap. So how about... this is tempting. I mean, it is tempting. Labor cost 90% versus 50. But labor skill 20 versus 90. Also, the added bonus is that we always can name this the Vasduk factory. So that's a classic. Yeah, should we go with this? See how it works. I mean, labor skill is down the toilet, but so is their cost. I think we will have to invest into some add-ons there straight away. Because they would fuck it up like crazy. But that is the fun bit as well, right? That's fun. I think our reputation will suffer slightly. So the Vasduk CL1, let's place that there. And big plot, large 1.2 billion. Ouchies. 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 That is without add-ons. That is another 1 billion there. So maybe we don't have the funds just yet. Maybe I should just buy the plots and put a tiny on there. And then just throw it into the garbage bin. Could do that. So that would secure us the plots. That's why I would be doing it. No other reason really. But because these things do cost a lot. We would need to have staff facilities and maintenance because costs, and also QA testing because of slowdown, because their production quality will be shit. So that is 3.4 billion. Ouch. Yeah, so let's just buy the plot so that we have it. I know, again, opportunity cost would say that you shouldn't be doing that because it's better to spend now rather than in future, or have money now than in future. But this is still a pretty good price we are getting, and we do want to do this pretty soon. We don't have any other good money sinks at the moment, so I'd rather secure this one at the moment and then build it up slowly. So let's do the same thing for the engine. That at least gets rid of some of our income here, and that is good for the taxman as well, because we can dodge those taxes then. Get a fair amount off, because that is losses straight away. That is a good point actually, that's something you should be doing, like trying to invest just enough so that you can dodge the taxman. And this factory won't even be functional. Because we don't build a foundry. Yeah, that's fun. It's all good though. Don't need it. Cool, so we do have 1.6 billion lying around. That should tick down, right? Yeah, okay. There we have our plots paid for. Cool. now we own them. That means that all the money we make this year will be tax-free. That was so quick. The little one, the car factory, Tiny, has already finished building. With this much profits, we also should look into the research and development just to see what we could potentially add here. Yeah, we should go to +8 fuel system. That's nice. That will... We are at tech date 1999 at the moment for that. Direct injection coming. Oh, I know a person that will quite appreciate that kind of technology being available, finally. So do we see an uptick in expenditure? Not really. That is not offsetting it by much. Oh, but that's some big gain there. I think we might end up having to pay taxes regardless of all our spendings. Yeah, we did have to. 16.9 million in taxes, so that's very good for dodging that much. Because that would have been a lot more, like 100 million or more. So, yeah, that's a positive for building that big-ass, or rather, buying those big-ass plots. Oh, our income is dropping. We don't have cars to sell. Oh, didn't build enough stock. Stop you right there. Ah, yes. The new Marabou has come out, and the Hansmobile is here! It made it. Hey, we made it. And we now have 30 stock months, because we are selling 7 cars per month. 0 markup. I think we can stop the production right here. Would you be against that? Yeah, so let's stop this. But what we definitely need is another facelift of the Marabou. So, well, let's go ahead and do that. Should be quick. We won't need any big engineering upgrades to it, which means that we can invest that time into making it more reliable and more efficient to produce. And we might even upgrade the interior. Let's see. Oh, we have the cooling flaps available. 0.2 liters difference. Not quite sure if that is so required. That is for the standard version. Maybe for the luxury version. Nah, we don't go for that. That would be something more for cars with a lot more power. The standard CD has come down in price a fair amount. Could switch to premium cassette, which also is quite cheap now. That upgrades the stats to here, while the standard CD goes a little higher on comfort rating, but lower on prestige. Alright, let's upgrade it all to premium cassette. I believe that is the right choice here. And that is, of course, a little heavier. But the material costs aren't as high. We now have familiarity of 20.7% in the safety package that we've chosen, because so many cars have that had engineered. ABS doing quite well there as well. And that is an upgrade when it comes to fuel economy. Look at that. Boom. That's half a liter better. That is massive. Because this is super inefficient. Always on. Do they even care though? Commuter premium. 120 to... Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. We should definitely switch over. This feels like a sponge on steroids, but let's not talk about that. So nice to compare to the competition. In the family premium family utility premium segment, we do have a slight advantage in fuel economy, especially once we activate our trap card, and that is that one, 5.8 liters. Holy shit. Yeah, they like that. The other one a little better, but we tell them what they are supposed to like better. That is fuel economy. The other one is also looking good. Body penalty is expected because of the bug. Everyone wanting vans, but that is true for the competitors as well, so no advantage gained or lost. And our van, or the van, yeah, I think they will enjoy the fuel economy. Let's see how much of a difference it makes here. Should be significant too. Yeah, 5.3, beautiful. And Superieco cars have just reached a new high in efficiency. What a beautiful sight. Let's just quickly update the factory and everything. The engineering is taking a lot of time. Why is that? Why is that? These two vectors aren't that long. Oh, that's because we have the massive increase here of 85. Yeah. Engineering cost modifier. No, time. This shouldn't take that long. Not much we can do about that. This is weird. This should add up to more like 20 something, 22 or so. I would think 20, yeah, 21, 22. But we're ending up at 29, 30 even though we have an engineering time modifier that is negative. So I wonder what is going on there. And we don't need to update the engine. It's beautiful as is. So I think we're done here. A minimum and target shifts of 2 and 20% starting margin. Not that we will ever see that because we are way too competitive. But 5 months tooling time on the factory looking good. We are going to make a beautiful, beautiful profit off of this, despite it saying that we can't sell those cars. Alright, let's sign it off. No loans needed. And there we go. And I think that should wrap us up for today. Quite the thing now with the Hansmobile being out and everything is coming together for Superieco. Even the large factories will appear sometime soon. I hope you enjoyed and see you guys next time.